In the heart of Chicago's South Side, where streetlights cast long shadows over broken dreams, a single moment changes 3 lives forever. Marcus Washington stands in an alley, his military training screaming danger as he watches a corrupt cop shake down an innocent shopkeeper. In 12 hours, he'll be sitting in a jail cell, framed for crimes he didn't commit. His sister Lisa, a decorated police captain, will face the hardest choice of her career: protect her badge or save her brother. The November wind cuts through Marcus Washington's security uniform as he makes his rounds through the Parkway Gardens complex. At 38, his steps still carry the measured precision of his army days in Afghanistan, but his eyes hold the weariness of a man trying to rebuild his life one night shift at a time. Another quiet night in paradise, he mutters, adjusting his radio as he passes the convenience store on the corner of 64th and King Drive. Through the window, he sees old Mr. Chen behind the counter, the Korean War veteran who's run this shop for 23 years. Marcus waves, and Chen returns the gesture with a tired smile. They understand each other, 2 soldiers trying to make peace with civilian life. The black patrol car pulls up just as Marcus turns the corner. Detective Vincent Kowalski steps out, his badge catching the neon light from Chen's store sign. At 45, Kowalski carries himself with the swagger of a man who believes the city belongs to him. Marcus freezes. Something feels wrong. Through the store window, he watches Kowalski lean across the counter, his voice too low to hear, but his posture unmistakably threatening. Chen's hands shake as he opens the register, pulling out bills and sliding them across the counter. This is not right, Marcus whispers, his military instincts kicking in. He's seen extortion before, in the dusty streets of Kandahar. It looks the same everywhere. Kowalski pockets the money and turns toward the door. Marcus ducks behind a parked car, his heart pounding. The detective's cold blue eyes scan the street before he gets back in his cruiser and drives away. Marcus approaches the store, finding Chun slumped against the counter, his face pale. Mr. Chin, are you okay? The old man looks up, tears in his eyes. He says, if I don't pay, he'll find drugs in my store. Says immigration will take my grandson back to Korea. What can I do, Marcus? What can an old man do? Marcus feels the familiar fire building in his chest, the same rage that got him through 3 tours overseas. This isn't right, Mr. Chin. There are good cops in this city. My sister Lisa dash. No police, Chen whispers urgently. Please, Marcus. Promise me, no police. Marcus spends the rest of his shift pacing the complex, his mind racing. By 6 a.m., he's made his decision. He dials his sister's number, knowing she's probably already at headquarters. Captain Lisa Washington answers on the second ring. Marcus, everything okay? Lisa, I need to see you. It's important. Can it wait? I've got 3 internal affairs cases and dash. It's about dirty cops, Lisa. I saw something last night. The line goes quiet. Lisa's voice drops to a whisper. Meet me at Mom's old diner on Cottage Grove in an hour. And Marcus, don't talk to anyone else about this. The South Side diner hasn't changed since they were kids. Same cracked vinyl booths, same smell of bacon grease and coffee that never seems fresh. Lisa slides into the booth across from Marcus, her police uniform crisp despite the early hour. Tell me everything, she says, and Marcus does. Lisa's face grows darker with each detail. Vincent Kowalski. I've been hearing whispers about him and his crew for months. But Marcus, you can't be the one to bring this forward. A black security guard accusing a white detective with 20 years on the force, so we just let him terrorize innocent people? I didn't say that. Lisa reaches across the table and grabs his hand. I'm saying we have to be smart. Give me time to build a case from the inside. I need evidence, witnesses, something solid. Marcus pulls his hand away. How much time? How many more Mr. Chens have to pay while you build your case? Marcus, please, trust me on this. He stares at his sister, seeing the weight of her badge in her eyes. I already lost 1 family to war, Lisa. I won't lose another to corruption. 3 nights later, Marcus is back on patrol when Kowalski's cruiser rolls up to Chen's store again. This time, Marcus doesn't hide. He walks straight toward the store, his phone recording video. Through the window, he sees Kowalski grab Chen by the shirt, shaking the elderly man. Marcus pushes through the door. Let him go. Kowalski spins around, his hand moving instinctively to his weapon. Well, the neighborhood watch. Keep walking, hero. I said let him go. You giving me orders? Kowalski's voice carries the dangerous edge of a predator cornered. You forget what neighborhood you're in? Marcus steps closer, every muscle in his body coiled. I know exactly where I am. This is my neighborhood. These are my people. Your people? Kowalski laughs, releasing Chen, who stumbles backward. Your people are criminals and junkies. I'm cleaning up their mess. By stealing from an old man? The accusation hangs in the air like smoke. Kowalski's eyes narrow, and Marcus sees the moment everything changes. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. For what? Assault of a police officer. And Kowalski reaches into his jacket, pulling out a small plastic bag. Look what I found in your pocket. Marcus's blood runs cold as he realizes what's happening. That's not mine. lying. Tell it to the judge. Kowalski grins as he cuffs Marcus, another drug dealer off the streets. Chen starts to speak, but Kowalski silences him with a look. You didn't see anything, old man, unless you want your immigration status reviewed. As they drag Marcus away, he catches Chen's terrified eyes and mouths. Call Lisa. The Cook County lockup smells like desperation and disinfectant. Marcus sits on the concrete bench, still wearing his security uniform, watching the other inmates size him up. His phone call to Lisa went straight to voicemail. Washington, you made bail. The guard's voice echoes through the cell block 18 hours later. Lisa waits for him in the lobby, her face a mask of controlled fury. They drive in silence until she pulls into an empty parking garage. They planted drugs on you. It's not a question. A bag of cocaine. Kowalski had it ready. Lisa pounds the steering wheel. Damn it, Marcus. I told you to let me handle this. And I told you I wouldn't stand by and watch innocent people suffer. They stare at each other. Two siblings, divided by a badge and united by blood. I'm going to destroy him, Lisa says quietly. But I need your help. What do you mean? Kowalski made a mistake. He filed the report himself, claimed you assaulted him during a routine patrol. But your security company has GPS tracking on all guards. I pulled the data. You were nowhere near him when he claims the assault happened. Marcus feels hope stirring. So we have him? We have a start. But I need more. I need you to wear a wire. The request hits Marcus like a physical blow. You want me to go back out there? After what happened? Kowalski thinks he won. He'll get sloppy, maybe try to shake down Chen again. We need him on tape. Marcus stares at his sister, seeing their mother's determination in her eyes. What if something goes wrong? What if he figures it out? Then we both go down fighting. Lisa reaches over and squeezes his shoulder. Together. 2 weeks later, Marcus walks his patrol route with new purpose. The wire feels heavy against his chest, but not as heavy as the weight of justice delayed. Kowalski's pattern hasn't changed. The patrol car pulls up to Chen's store right on schedule. This time, Marcus is ready. He positions himself across the street. The FBI van Lisa arranged, hidden 2 blocks away. Through his earpiece, he hears her voice. We're recording. Stay safe. Inside the store, Kowalski is more aggressive than before. The microphone picks up every word as he demands $500. Business has been slow, Chen pleads. Then maybe it's time to close down permanently. Kowalski's threat is clear. Marcus takes a deep breath and pushes through the door. Evening, detective. Kowalski spins around, his face a mixture of surprise and rage. You. What are you doing here? Working. Same as you, apparently. Marcus keeps his voice steady, knowing every word is being recorded. Still playing hero? Kowalski steps toward him. Didn't jail teach you anything? Yeah. It taught me that corrupt cops like you think you own this city, but you don't own me. The rage in Kowalski's eyes is pure and dangerous. You want to do this again? Because I got plenty more drugs where the first batch came from. I know you do. Question is, how many other cops are in on your little protection racket? Kowalski's hand moves to his gun. You're done asking questions. FBI. Hands up. The store explodes with movement as federal agents pour through the door. Kowalski reaches for his weapon, but Marcus is faster, his military training taking over as he tackles the corrupt detective to the ground. It's over, Marcus whispers as the cuffs click shut. Through the store window, he sees Lisa approaching, her badge catching the streetlight. Behind her, 3 more patrol cars arrive, clean cops, finally allowed to do their job. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to find their courage. And if this story moved you, hit that subscribe button because every week we share true tales of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Together, we can shine light into the darkest corners of our world.